One swing of the bat, that's all it takes to change history. From walk-off miracles to unforgettable moonshots, these home runs didn't just clear the fences, they became legendary. Since the formation of the National Association in 1871, up until our modern-day MLB, there have been a total of 290,678 home runs hit. Bet you didn't know that. But what if we were to narrow down that list to only 10? What if we were to select ones which not only won games, but redefined the game itself? Here are the 10 most iconic home runs in Major League Baseball history. Number 10. Kirby Puckett's "We'll See You Tomorrow Night," 1991 World Series Game 6. When Game 6 of the 1991 World Series began, the Minnesota Twins were facing an elimination, trailing the Atlanta Braves 3-2. They needed a hero, and in the darkest of nights, the hero emerged. Kirby Puckett answered. Puckett began his night with an RBI triple in the first inning. But his most lasting moment came hours later. With the game tied in the 11th inning, he stepped up to the plate and laced one into the Metrodome seats, hitting a walk-off homer that forced a Game 7. As Puckett circled the bases, play-by-play announcer Jack Buck delivered one of the most memorable calls in baseball history. "And we'll see you tomorrow night." A call so nostalgic, it has been immortalized in baseball history. The Twins won Game 7 and Puckett's heroics cemented his place in baseball legend. Number 9. Bucky Dent, 1978 AL East tiebreaker. Power was not Bucky Dent's forte. He just hit 40 home runs in his entire 12-year career. But sometimes all you need to write your name in the annals of time is just one game. And that game came on October 2nd, 1978, in a one-game tiebreaker between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. He became a legend. The Yankees trailed 2-0 in the 7th inning at Fenway Park. When Dent came up to bat with 2 on base, with one stroke, he sent a fly ball just over the Green Monster, and the Yankees never relinquished the lead. The Red Sox, who had allowed a 10-game lead in the standings to slip away in the last 2 months, were devastated. New York took the World Series, and Dent's unexpected home run had been dubbed Bucky Dent by Red Sox fans, proof of how painful his homer was to Boston. Bucky Dent left a dent in history. Number 8. Freddie Freeman walk-off grand slam. History was repeated in dramatic style on the 25th of October 2024 at Dodger Stadium, as a new hero etched his name into World Series lore. Freddie Freeman proved a moment of his own that no one will soon forget. Tearing it up with a sore right ankle, Freeman stepped up to the plate with bases in full in the bottom of the 10th and delivered the first walk-off grand slam in World Series history, securing an exciting 6-3 victory for the Dodgers against the Yankees. "That's as good as it gets right here," Freeman shouted following his record-setting swing that put the sold-out crowd into a frenzied state. Freeman's grand slam sailed out of the park at 8:39 p.m. local time, a minute exactly after Gibson's iconic homer of 1988. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts said, "It was already a fantastic game, but the way it finished, I just couldn't be more proud of our guys." With his awesome swing, Freeman didn't just win a game, he entered baseball legend. Number 7. Barry Bonds breaks the home run record 2007. Few have influenced baseball as much as Barry Bonds. On October 7, 2007, he broke Hank Aaron's all-time home run record by hitting career homer number 756 into the stands at AT&T Park, a truly monumental moment. Although Bonds' record is marred by suspicions on performance-enhancing drug use, this feat is otherwise one of the most remarkable in the history of the sport. His home run numbers were so unbelievable, it's no wonder that people would think he's on some drugs. Fans all over the country tuned in to watch Bonds break the record of 755 that many felt would stand for all eternity. The home run ball was grabbed by Matt Murphy, a 21-year-old Queens fan, who subsequently auctioned it off for over $750,000. Imagine what that would have gone for today. The name Barry Bonds will forever be synonymous with the home run. Number 6. Touch 'em All Joe, 1993 World Series Game 6. The Toronto Blue Jays were one strike away from losing Game 6 of the 1993 World Series and playing a winner-take-all Game 7. Then, when the Jays needed it most, Joe Carter delivered. With 2 men on base, he was facing Phillies closer Mitch Williams on a 2-2 pitch. Carter hit a walk-off, series-clinching home run to left field. As Carter rounded the bases, legendary announcer Tom Cheek yelled, Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life. We all had goosebumps that day. It remains one of the greatest calls and moments in World Series history, only the second time a World Series ended on a walk-off homer. Number 5. Mark McGwire's record-breaking 60-second home run, 1998. The summer of 1998 was all about the home run competition between Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. As a spectator, baseball has never been so fun. Both sluggers chased Roger Maris's record of 61 home runs in a season, a record that had stood since 1961. Fans worldwide would tune in daily to see if this was the night they finally do it. On September 8th, McGwire finally accomplished it. With a line drive over the left field wall at Busch Stadium, he established a new record with home run number 62. The moment was made even more special by Roger Maris Jr. and the Maris family, who were on hand to see history. McGwire ended the season with 70 homers, while Sosa had 66. The rivalry fascinated fans, and baseball was suddenly primetime TV. Though subsequent steroid news has tarnished their achievements, the memory of this historic moment lives on. Number 4. Carlton Fisk's Waving It Fair, 1975 World Series Game 6. The 1975 World Series between the Boston Red Sox and the Cincinnati Reds was already a classic when it reached Game 6 at Fenway Park. In the 12th inning, Carlton Fisk hit a deep fly ball down the left field line. Unsure if it would remain fair, Fisk famously waved his arms wildly, willing the ball to remain in fair territory. It did, hitting the foul pole for a thrilling walk-off homer. Boston's victory forced a Game 7, though the Reds eventually won the series. Before we move on to the top 3, if you haven't already subscribed, now's the perfect time. Hit the like button and comment on who you think should be on this list. Number 3. Kirk Gibson's Miracle Home Run, 1988 World Series Game 1. Grounded by injuries, Kirk Gibson was not even supposed to play in Game 1 of the 1988 World Series. But with the Los Angeles Dodgers down by a run in the bottom of the 9th against Dennis Erkesley, needed their man to step up. Manager Tommy Lasorda called on his injured star. Barely able to walk, Gibson came up, forced a full count, and then, on pure muscle memory and ice in his veins, took one of the most significant swings in baseball history. The ball sailed over the right field wall, giving the Dodgers an astonishing walk-off victory. The man limped around the bases, pumping his fist in celebration. As Gibson took his lap, legendary broadcaster Vin Scully made the famous call. In a year that has been so improbable, the impossible has happened. Number 2. Hank Aaron passes Babe Ruth, 1974. For decades, Babe Ruth was the home run king. The man sat on the throne, and his reign was undisputed until April 8th, 1974. Hank Aaron hit number 715, officially passing Ruth as baseball's all-time leader. With fireworks exploding in the Atlanta sky, Aaron rounded the bases as 2 excited fans ran onto the field to congratulate him. His accomplishment was monumental, not just for baseball, but for civil rights, as Aaron endured racial threats throughout his chase for the record. His achievements inspired many across the world, but it was so much bigger than baseball. And now for our number 1 spot. Drum rolls, please. Number 1. Bill Mazeroski's walk-off 1960 World Series game. Game 7 of the 1960 World Series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the New York Yankees was a slugfest. All fists were out after 9 back-and-forth innings. Second baseman Bill Mazeroski led off the bottom of the 9th with the most iconic home run in World Series history. Mazeroski's drive cleared the left field wall at Forbes Field, giving the Pirates their first championship since 1925. To this day, it remains the only walk-off home run in a Game 7 of the World Series. It's the moment every kid dreams about, but only one person has lived. And that's our list. Who else do you think deserves to be on this list? Leave your answers in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Until next time, adios.